Supporters beginning to believe, perhaps. Kilkenny fans realising this is going to be a bit of a battle. Michael Brick Walsh laying it off for his Ostagal. Beautiful stick work. I love it. Over for his Kevin Moore, and there's a chance here for the Waterford captain, and it's over the bar. Brilliant. Daisha Hurling. Absolutely putting it up to the Leinster All-Ireland champions.
Well, all week, Marty, we spoke about Waterford and freedom and allowed to play and off the shackles. This is it. Austin Gleeson up, little roll of the wrist with the hurley onto Kevin Moore. Has time to look. That's experience. You know, hold the hurley short. Have I time? I need to make sure. You know, that's a man focused.
And a little flick from Aussie, from Austin Gleeson.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable talent, and he's shown it today in the biggest game of the year.
Puck out comes down towards John Farrell, picked up by Walter Walsh. He's literally standing on the sideline. Is that over the bar? My word, it is.
It is. They're going blow for blow now, and this is exactly, I suppose, what we would have expected out today. Walter Walsh, another big player for Kilkenny, feet out over on the sideline, quality score, just guided in on the right-hand post. You can see him, look, really taking care, and that's Walter's loopy swing, but deadly accurate.
Man of the match in the 2012 All-Ireland final replay. Teacher here in Dublin, in Stillorgan. That's Walter Walsh. Ball breaks back. Far as Kieran Joyce, sending it long. Tied to Burke is coming on a late bus. He's not going to make it in time. TJ Reid comes through the middle, and suddenly it opens up. He lays it off first, Colin Finlay, but the pass was too strong. Great defending by Waterford. Over this side is Conor Gleeson. Has to get by the initial challenge of Walter Walsh. He succeeds in doing so. Goes long. Joey Holden should get there first. Chasing after it is Shane Bennett. Back comes Jake Dillon, the sliotar. Nice combination. Bennett and Dillon, can he shoot? The ball comes available, and once again, it's Kilkenny surviving. Just about. Richie Hogan left unmarked momentarily. He's in the middle of the field. He lets fly. He's going for his fourth point of the match. And from an opportunity for Waterford at one end, Kilkenny are just incredible. They respond with a magnificent point by Richie Hogan.
Yeah, it comes down to decision making, but again, one decision the Waterford background team are going to have to make is someone has to pick up Richie Hogan around the middle. It has to be in midfielder. Jake Dillon is closest to him, but here's the Waterford goal chance. It comes inside. This is their second time they made a poor decision. Shane Bennett went to kick the ball across the goal. Very few of those kind of chances going today, Marty. You have to take them.
We've only had 21 minutes and 22 seconds, but so far it's been the most enjoyable hurling of the year so far. We've a long way to go. 50 minutes, thanks be to God, of Waterford and Kilkenny. Who will win it? Who will play in the All-Ireland hurling final of 2016? Waterford battling hard. It's Conor Gleeson. Has the composure to send it down the middle towards Kevin Moore. Didn't reach the intended target. Gathered instead by left half back Killian Buckley, and the ball is sent magnificently over the crossbar. Wonderful point by Michael Fennelly. He scored 3 against Dublin. Another 1 point against Galway. That's his 5th point of the championship.
Is again in the Waterford half-forward line, had drifted back, left Killian Buckley in his own, who picked out Fennelly. There's only going to be one result from there. So that's the line Waterford are going to have to play all day around the middle third. Is that balancing act between sitting back and going forward? 6
times they've been level in Croke Park. 9 points each on the scoreboard. Brilliant catch by Austin Gleeson. Will it curl enough to raise a white flag? Now that is awesome. How did he do that? He's only 21.
Yeah, it's obviously a signal puck out. Austin started slightly behind Padraig Walsh, the bigger man, and then over the shoulder, a young man who's in a game that he knows that he has to produce in the form of his life. A great score from Austin Gleeson. No whites today.
No whites is right, Brendan. Waterford leading by 1. Puck out from Owen Murphy. Tied to Burka, the player that's down on his knees. There's a bit of a scramble here. Hard-working Barry Coughlin comes back again as Waterford win the sliotar with Philip Mahoney. But I've seen Waterford quite a lot in 2016 between Allianz League and Championship, and I have never seen them, Brendan, so fired up. They are really on a high.
Yeah, well, they have to be, you know, and it's great credit to Derek McGrath. Maybe he was fooling the rest of us for the last 3 weeks or so, but he knows the quality he has, and they're expressing themselves in the best field in the country here today and putting it up to Kilkenny. Only 23 minutes gone to them. We know the way Kilkenny are, so Waterford's concentration now up till half-time is going to be tested, even though we're a long ways out. But Padraig Mahoney can certainly help his charges by landing another bomb.
Colin Finlay just got a yellow. Second Kilkenny player to be shown a yellow. Walter Walsh was the other player. Here's Padraig Mahoney going for his 7th point of the match. It's dropping in and it's dropping again over the bar. The umpires busy bending their backs down at the Hill 16 end between Austin Gleeson's point previously and Conor Porrigmani's free taking.
Yeah, the accuracy has been fantastic. The weather condition all have suited Waterford as well, you know, and as a dry ball, they can shoot from range, and they're certainly showing their full array of skills today now.
Ball down the middle this time. Tadhg de Búrca going up for it. Come back to gather it. Jamie Barron. That's the composure. Look at the slipper. Glued to the hurley. Managed to get it out, but the pass goes astray. Fortunately, Paul Murphy leaves it behind him. It's a free for Paul Murphy lying on the slipper. Okay. Paul Murphy nods his head in disappointment.
Again, the fear Paul Murphy has that once the ball goes slightly behind him, he knows that there's legs in this Waterford team. He has to try to kill it. A good call from the referee there. Look, he's leaning over the ball to make sure Waterford don't get it. But again, Jake Dillon got the ball in the middle of the field and Jamie Barron decided he was going to run at Kilkenny. You know, jink and back himself to get through. And I think Waterford will have to keep doing that if they want to keep up this pressure that they've built against this Kilkenny team.
Once again, it's Porrigmani from Ballygunner that's going to take this. Former Harty and All-Ireland Colleges winner with De La Salle. He gets his 8th point of the match. 3 points between the teams for the first time. Puck out from Owen Murphy. About to be delivered. Breaking ball, crucial. In comes Austin Gleeson. Tries to get away from Richie Hogan. Nice stick work by Ozzy. Still Austin Gleeson. Lovely, beautiful. It's like a ballet dancer in the middle of Crook Park. He slightly overcooked it, and away come Kilkenny. No questions being asked. Walter Walsh being fouled as he was going through, and that is a free in for Kilkenny.
Yeah, Austin Gleeson, you know, the exuberance of youth there, you know, he showed great skills there, but in reality he should be letting the ball in, you know. It's not really a playground outside there. It's nice to see these tricks and all been done. You can see his wrist is unbelievable, that right wrist, the twirl and all that, but he lost possession, and that turnover can kill you down there against Kilkenny and kills a bit of the momentum that Waterford had.
TJ Reid with this free. Dead straight in front of the post, as you can see, between the 45 and 65. Low trajectory every time, but it works for him. 3 points for TJ Reid. 12 points to 10 in Crook Park.
Another feature so far, Marty, as well, the Waterford have been rotating their forward line. Now with Padraig Mahoney out here, left half forward, and Paul Murphy has decided to follow him as well. So they're constantly keeping the Kilkenny defence thinking.
Puck out goes straight down the middle. Austin Gleeson did well, but he picked up an injury. Lays it back versus captain Kevin Moore. The umpires are perfectly positioned. This time they have no doubt the ball is wide. Second wide of the match for Waterford. And when you compare what we saw, I think it was 18 wides against Wexford. This is much, much better. Disappointed. Look at the tally of wides we have in this match. Shows you the quality, but the Waterford fans were disappointed. The referee didn't wait for Austin Gleeson to recover from injury. Hard hits are going in. If Waterford are giving them, Kilkenny are taking them, and vice versa. Ball comes over for us, Jamie Barron. Gone inside is Michael Brick Walsh, who calls for it. Bats it back. Versus captain Kevin Moore. Floats this one in. Arriving late is Jake Dillon. Waiting for it. Patient. Beautiful play by the right corner back. Paul Murphy floating this one in. John Joe Farrell is hovering there. There's a chance. There's plenty of Waterford defenders. One of them is Tadhg de Búrca. Stephen O'Keefe calls for it. Goes down towards the Cusick stand side to relieve the pressure. Underneath is Kevin Moore. Great hands. Great hands, Kevin Moore. And he's taken out of it afterwards, and it's a free for the day shot. Listen to the roar. Listen to the Waterford fans. Believe in their team.
They have. He's the real spiritual leader of this Waterford team, like out jumping Killian Buckley like that. Killian no choice but to put him down, but another unbelievable corner back is Paul Murphy. What a catch, you know. But again though, Waterford are trying to win the aerial battle, and it's working so far, and it's been reflected on the scoreline. And this, you know, should be the way Padraig Mahoney has been hitting the frees. A great opportunity.
6 frees, Brendan, 6 points. Total of 8 so far in this first half. And that consistency is maintained.
Yeah, even we couldn't jinx him, you know.
No.
But he's on the top of his game down there. It's a pleasure to see. Now the question is, with 5 minutes for half-time, can Waterford push on and get that goal that they need? Tasmania's a team, Marty, we're ahead of Kilkenny at this stage, but you need to rattle the net.
We've seen it over the years. Think of the county of Galway, who know it only too well. Brilliant catch, Kevin Moore. Dropping this one in. And Kilkenny deal with it through Joey Holden. Flicks it forward. First Colin Fennelly gets by the first challenge. Shane Bennett is back there. Referee blows his whistle, and he wants to go back to have a word with something that happened off the ball.
No, he was playing an advantage there for a foul around the middle of the pitch. Padraig Mahoney is complaining down there, but he's probably going to get a yellow card for it. But again, Kilkenny trying to run down the middle. Both teams are. It's been a fantastic game for that. The bravery, both sets of players. But what about Kevin Moore? And again, I mean, we had been saying Waterford need to play the ball in, but when they do, they have 2 inside. The responsibility is on those 2 guys inside there to get the ball to ground and make it stick, and they haven't. See Padraig going in there late and taking down his man. Little bit of indiscipline, but he's been playing so well, I suppose.
But no yellow card shown, Brendan.
No yellow card.
But just note it. Here's TJ Reid. 3 frees, 3 points. It's County trailing by 3, and again it's quite low trajectory, and the umpires are satisfied that it's over the bar. 4 out of 4 for the Ballyhale Shamrocks man. He really has an exquisite strike of the ball, even if it is from a dead ball.
It is, and the worrying thing for Waterford as well, he hasn't really been in the play influencing the general play as much as he normally does, and when he starts thundering into this game, Waterford want to look out.
Oh, great catch by Padraig Walsh. Some of the fielding we've seen in this first half has been exquisite. Padraig Walsh under a bit of pressure. Padraig Mahoney chasing after him. Flick inside is not a great one, but Kilkenny still have it. Pulled first time. TJ Reid is hovering at the edge of the square, well surrounded at the moment by Barry Coughlin. Colin Fennelly is there. Waterford are back in numbers. TJ Reid is beaten this occasion. Philip Mahoney comes away with it. Jamie Byrne flicks it into the space. Chasing after it is Colin Dunford. Doesn't get the first touch. Picked up instead by Shane Prendergast, the captain from Clara. Hand passes over versus left half back from Dicksboro, Killian Buckley. Buckley goes long. Great catch again, merci, by Kilkenny as the ball is dropped inside. The referee has blown his whistle, but a wonderful catch on this occasion by John Power.
Yeah, John Power's a big strong man in there to catch the ball over Shane. Fives like that, look, leaning in, trying to make room. Both players don't take their eye off of the ball, but John Power's a fantastic catch. He'll be delighted with that now. Padraig Walsh the same way. The fielding has been just amazing in this half so far. You know, the desire from both teams. They obviously know you have to win your own ball to get anywhere in this world, and they've really practiced in the last couple of weeks. Waterford have anyway.
Absolutely. Here's TJ Reid again. He's just outside the 20-metre line. Right, camera angle will give you the perspective, and he just taps that over. 5th-pointed match for him, and just 1 point between the teams.
Yeah, it's the same old story, 1 point between. It looks like Waterford done a huge amount of hurling here. They've done everything right, and they look at the scoreboard and there's only a point in. And now I'm sure Derek McGrath will have chatted about this, and we'll say it again to his players at half-time. Keep doing what you're doing. Waterford are going well.
Tuck out from Stephen O'Keefe runs on. Bit of a stalemate here. Philip Mahoney is battling as well, so too is Brick Walsh. Slither comes out just a little bit. Fires Killian Buckley powerfully getting past the challenges. Gives it fires Kieran Joyce. Crossfield ball. Noel Connors chasing after it. John Joe Farrell hot on his heels. Connors' first touch is good. Gets by the challenge of Farrell into the centre. Coming forward is Tiger Burka, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip. Goes on to his left and lets fly. Slither landing into Kilkenny territory. 3 Kilkenny cats to 2 Dacia men. Picked up by Padraig Walsh. Walsh confident enough to have a go, dropping it in and dropping it over the end line and wide. Let's get on to the sideline for some thoughts from Donald Grady.
Yeah, well, I've just noticed, Marty, that John Power has now come out to the half-forward line, as has Colin Fennelly, and Kilkenny have gone with Walter Walsh TJ Reid and John Joe Farrell inside. So I think just before half-time, Kilkenny will put the pressure on, and he'll probably loft a few high balls in and try and get that goal just before half-time, which is always crucial.
Kevin Moran's high challenge on Kieran Joyce will surely merit a yellow.
Game has been played. I suppose James Owen decided yellow was the correct call.
Owen Murphy won an All-Ireland minor in 2008, 8 years ago as a goalkeeper. He's taken 2 frees, both of them have gone astray, as Kilkenny now registered 3 wides in this match to Waterford's 2. But we've had a thrilling opening half. Just 1 point. Even Brian Cody is dancing a little jig, and there's only 35 minutes on the clock.
I think he was dancing the jig because his goalie just hit 2 frees wide. He gave him that stare as Murphy went back into the goal. You know, as Donald touched on it, they had big men inside. They'd want to be using them against that Waterford defence.
1 minute left. 1 minute of additional time as such. Puckouts again going long, but Waterford need to snap up a lot more of the loose ball. Kilkenny have seemingly come to terms with it as Colin Fennelly goes forward. Richie Hogan, Ty de Burka taking him out of it literally by pushing, shoving him out. Referee saw it just as a sideline ball. Let's have a look at it again as de Burka came in.
Yeah, Colin Fennelly didn't do Richie Hogan any favours by playing a ball down the channel like that. He was always going to be nudged out over the line.
Sideline ball going to be taken by Ty de Burka. Clash Moorman, another man who won Harty Cup in All-Ireland colleges, but with Dungarvan colleges. Fantastic catch by Killian Buckley as the referee, James Owens, blows the half-time whistle. Well, it's been the best hurling match of the season so far, with points from all sorts of distances. 2 by Austin Gleeson. Derek McGrath will be reasonably satisfied, and as Brendan Cummins said, they've really hurled superbly, and yet when they look at the scoreboard as they go into the dressing rooms under the Hogan stand here, they only lead by 1.
They do, and that's the same old story. But look, Waterford.
Ken McGrath, Eddie Brennan. Ken, you've played well in the first half. You lead the match by a point. You've given yourself a chance.
Yeah, look, I suppose it's the game the championship has been crying out for all year. The championship has been all hype and no substance, really. That's a proper game of hurling.
Yeah.
We went toe-to-toe. Hats off to Derek and the lads for believing in their players and to change what they done before the game, because it's not easy to do that. And look, the players have to respond perfectly, tearing into Kilkenny. Not an inch given there at times. We probably should be 1 or 2 more points up, in all fairness. To go in a point only up at half-time, we'll be very careful the first 10 minutes of the second half. But overall, a top class game. The 4 best teams are left in the championship, and hopefully this is a sign of things to come for the next 3 games. But very, very happy.
I've been saying that to the 3 of you lads. If Waterford don't get suckered in the next 10 minutes of the second half, they have a chance.
Yeah, that's the key to it. We've seen it historically with Kilkenny. They will do that. They'll come at it hard. I mean, I'm sure they'll get a nice bit of a chat now at half-time. Nothing mad or anything like that, but just refocus because they're being outfought. You'd have to say Waterford outfighting them. They're winning their own puckouts. They've plucked a few. Yeah, Pádraig Welch has won a few, but Waterford got 3 clean catches and it has resulted in 3 points. You know, twice there, I see in the first half, Waterford got 3 points ahead and Kilkenny just failed to go away. But you'd have to say maybe up front, Kilkenny are not really firing, and that's a credit to Waterford. They really are battling hard, and as we've seen, they are, which is a brave move from Derek McGrath to say, look, I trust you lads. And I would say, just as a sideshow to that, the players themselves were probably hurting. Kevin Moran has been quiet up to now. He's having a right good game there today. He's putting up his hands.
There's no doubt about it, Jared. That's the best Waterford have played this year.
Well, there are a few things that are exceptional about it. You know, the aerial battle between the 2 teams, the quality of catching in the air is just outstanding on both sides, but especially Waterford. We didn't expect Waterford would be as good as that, especially on the puck outs. The quality of point scoring from play, from near the sideline, because there's very little room down the centre, is really, really good. And still the quality of defending is great. Now there's one problem. And of course, it is Richie Hogan. You know, he's playing centre forward, they're not playing a sweeper. So Ty de Burka has to hold number 6. Richie's drifting out to midfield, so de Burka is holding his position. We have contacted all of the experts here on what they will do, but they need to man mark him. They need to bring somebody out to stop, because he has 4 points got, and with the least bit of chance, he'll put the ball over the bar. But a brilliant game so far.
Absolutely. All right, we will be taking you into the second half of today's semi-final very short.
Will it happen to Waterford? 35 minutes to decide who will play in the All-Ireland Hurling Final 2016. Pádraig Mahoney dropping the ball in along the ground. The referee blows his whistle. And Shane Bennett.
Yeah, Shane Bennett was out in front again there. He's fouled. You know, there's always that threat in there when there's space in front of Joey Holden inside the edge of the square. Lovely ball in again from that man, Padraig Mahoney. Again, the foul has been taken. But on that 10-minute spell, Marty, I'm sure Derek McGrath was inside talking about this thing, hammer to hammer. This is our time now to push on. Don't leave Kilkenny mentally overcome you in this game. Be the ones to attack. And now Waterford have going to get the first score after half-time.
Standing over this, Padraig Mahoney scored 9 points in the first half. 7 of them were from frees.
Kilkenny have the danger man moved into the edge of the square as well for the start of the second half, Richie Hogan.
Change as well, I've just spotted it here with Maurice Shanahan on instead of Colin Dunford, so that substitution confirmed as Tadhg de Burca finds himself under pressure, but the back pass was a poor one. Walter Walsh has the time to gather it. Tadhg de Burca stands firm. Thou shalt not pass is the 11th commandment down in Desherland, and there's a bit of a scuffle again. And the referee adamant that it is a free out for Waterford, but they kind of caused the problems themselves with Tadhg de Burca's back pass not having sufficient power.
No, but they did fix it, you know, with a lot of bodies around. You see Tadhg de Burca making a mistake, but normally there might be a bit of panic in the Waterford defence, but you can see all the heads are pivoting around to see where the danger is. Tadhg de Burca's job is to hold up Walter there. Didn't foul him, stood his ground, and look at the amount of Waterford players around Walter Walsh.
10 out of 10 to Tadhg de Burca. Job well done. Shane Bennett is the target. Picked up by Austin Gleeson. He steps away. The Waterford fans, do they love it? Yes, they do. The umpire confirms it's over the bar. It's his 3rd point of the match. Waterford have started, as they did the first half, the second half.
They have, and they would have been very aware at half-time, Derek McGrath, would about that threat of Kilkenny, so they said, why not turn it back on them? 2 points now at the start of the second half.
3 points between the teams. A crowd of 34,432 savouring the hurling of Waterford and Kilkenny. TJ Reid was fouled as he was delivering the pass. It's a first half, all of them from frees. TJ Reid going for his first of the second half. Straight over the black spot. 2 points between the teams again. Let's go down to the sideline to Donald O'Grady.
Marty, I've just noticed there that when Austin Gleeson pulls out into the middle of the field, Kieran Joyce as markers going with him. Now, I've never seen that with Kilkenny before. You know, when Brian Hogan played out, they just stood the man in the centre back position, but they're pulling him out, and there's a hole then into Shane Bennett and the inside Waterford forwards.
And it is indeed Kieran Joyce that won the sliotar. They had to work very hard for it. Padraig Walsh steps away from the challenge, flicking it back. Pass was not great, but it's okay. Comes as far as Conor Fogarty. Fogarty whips it powerfully between the posts.
Good score from Conor Fogarty there. He wouldn't be, I suppose, known for his shooting, but once they run at Waterford again, there's always the out ball, and a great long-range score from Fogarty. Just exactly, I suppose, what Kilkenny would have needed the way the second half has started.
Conor Fogarty scored 4 points on the journey to this semi-final. 1 against Dublin, 3 against Galway. He's got his first now against Waterford. Puck out from Stephen O'Keefe. Comes over as far as Jake Dillon. He's left unmarked momentarily from out the field. Out on the 45. He sends it between the posts for his 2nd point of the match. Excellent play by the De La Salle man.
It has. The shooting from Waterford has been just exemplary today, really. You know, Jake Dillon had to lean back because Fogarty was trying to get in on the block. Still had the accuracy to split the post.
And a good response to TJ Reid's free a moment ago. Ball comes down towards Philip Manning. Colin Finlay comes in to challenge. Brick Walsh flicking it forward. Ball had gone out over the sideline. Sideline ball for Kilkenny. Dan Shanahan is not happy.
That's a good sign too of Dan up and down the sideline there. You know, you see it sometimes with Kilkenny, they're in the ear, the officials going against them. Dan has been up and down that line like Dan can. You can see Brick there gets the ball, and good pressure from Colin Fennelly. That's why he's out around there, is to get those turnovers. Captain of the All-Ireland minor winning team in 2010, Killian Buckley.
John Power. Well surrounded. It's that man again, Richie Hogan. Shane Fives is fouling.
Yeah,
it's a soft free to give away.
It is a bit careless. Shane Fives comes in, you can see him coming in. The left hand will go over Richie's shoulder, pulls him back, and you know it is a clear free in to pull him back like that.
Down injured again is Austin Gleeson. Shane Fives will be disappointed that he conceded Austin, as I do now. He will just battle on as TJ Reid sends that between the posts for his 7th point of the match.
Yeah, Austin Gleeson's just had misfortune with the Hurley clipping the outside of his ear, and they've just strapped it up there. It happened to him at the end of the Wexford game as well. There was a piece of his ear chunked off there, so he's used to that injury, but he's a tough man, tough young man, so that'll hardly hold him back.
1 point between the teams. 42 minutes gone. And up he goes. Austin Gleeson knocks it back to a man that's available. Nice stick work by Philip Manning. Pumps the ball forward. It's a good ball as well to Kevin Moore. Taking on his opponent, and from a difficult enough angle, it's to the right and wide.
Yeah, Kevin Moore made a great run across the pitch there to get the opportunity, but I know there as well that Padraig Walsh didn't get tight on Kevin Moore, but this is the catch from Austin Gleeson again. He was down injured a minute ago, getting his ear taped, and then as the bravery brought up his hand again, you know, it's just super hurler.
Long puck out from Owen Murphy. John Joe Farrell chasing after it. Jamie Barron gets there first. Stephen O'Keefe has come off his goal line and then gives it plenty. Killian Buckley battling hard for it. Nice stick work again by Philip Manning, who's playing well. Lays it off to Austin Gleeson. 2 Kilkenny men around him. Back first, Michael Brick Walsh. Under pressure, Philip Manning. 3 against 3 here as the ball drops. Nice work. Over first, Kevin Moore. Bearing down in goal. 3 cats chasing after him. Still Kevin Moore. And the ball is gone wide.
Yeah, great opportunity there for Kevin Moore, and goalie did well coming out, but you said it yourself at the start, Marty, it's 3 on 3. That's exactly what Waterford want. You see Kevin Moore coming in, looks up, goes to flick it. Could have been a 65. We'll see from a better angle here now, but either way, Waterford have to get in a sight of goal, and that's fired up the supporters.
Between yesterday and today, close to 120,000 people have been in Croke Park. And certainly they're enjoying this hurling semi-final. And no matter where you are in the world, if you're watching it on GA Go, I know Pat Gleeson is watching it in Biarritz, welcome to the Sunday game. It's an All-Ireland hurling semi-final that we've thoroughly enjoyed so far. And can Waterford beat the All-Ireland champions for the first time in 57 years? Shane Fives is animated, annoyed. Referee James Owens feels that it is a Kilkenny free. Let's have a look at it here.
He didn't really give it for that tackle, actually. I think he gave it for the Waterford guy picking the ball off of the ground after it, then is what James Owens has signalled as the reason for the free. But no, he actually gave an advantage, I would think, and he probably gave the free for the frontal charge on Richie Hogan. But he hadn't signalled that after the belt came in, or the wallet came in on Richie.
This to level the match for the 7th time. TJ Reid has already scored 7 times. Hasn't missed one yet. And this one will raise a white flag. 16 points Kilkenny, 16 points Waterford. Well, Kilkenny have huge experience along the sideline. This, of course, is Owen Larkin. And he's coming on for John Joe Farrell, former hurler of the year. Changes in the Kilkenny attack. Brick Walsh underneath it, but picked up by Kieran Joyce. Knocked away off the hurl as Waterford put the challenges in. Good work here by Michael Brick Walsh. Maurice Shanahan takes the shoulder. Tries to look around for a little bit of space. Gets it in for his Austin Gleeson. Skips by 3 Kilkenny cats and then uses a short grip and whips it over the bar. Brilliant play, Austin Gleeson. 4 points. for the young man from Mount Sion in Waterford City. Even with the cut on his ear, he is still a marvellous hurler.
That's your reward for patience against Kilkenny. 40 yards from their goal. You keep moving the ball. Then a man comes from pace, and the Waterford crowd again are getting really G'd up because of that score. Fantastic score from Austin.
It's not a full house. It's only 34,432. But there is a great atmosphere.